What's going on, guys? Another episode of Realtor in the Hot Seat. It's been a while since we've done one of these with COVID and everything, and we're here with clients and now friends, Italia and Peter. They were the purchasers of two Ruthven and Alliston, and this is Realtor in the Hot Seat. If you're watching this for the first time, this is basically a video where my clients are going to go ahead and ask me 3 questions. I have absolutely no idea what they're going to ask me, so I'm kind of nervous right now, but we're going to have some fun and we're going to see what they say.
Question number 1.
First question, it's a serious one.
Okay.
How often do you think about me?
Believe it or not, I think about you more than you actually think. I like every once in a while I'll message you guys or whatever it is, and for everybody at home, I actually met Italia at my gym, so I do see Italia at least 2-3 times a week when we're at the gym, because we're one of the people that actually go to the gym and go there consistently.
Right.
So yeah, I do get to see Italia. I talk to Peter once in a while, so yeah, I think about you quite a bit, buddy.
Okay, good
Yeah,
answer.
he looks like Vin Diesel. Look at him.
His family.
Have you ever walked away from a client and why?
That's an awesome question. So I just recently did that on the 30th of December. So I kind of have like a different approach. The same way that people choose me as their realtor, I also choose them as my clients, because the truth of the matter is that not everybody's a great fit for each other. Just because there's a client that is going to be bringing me business, I don't feel that I should have to help them. And that's not to say that I'm better than everybody or anything like that, but I want to give people a great service. So if I'm just not comfortable, I feel that I'm actually doing a disservice to them.
Sure.
So it's not really fair that I work with somebody that I don't really connect with, because theoretically or indirectly, I know that I'm just not going to be myself. And if I can't be myself, I'm not going to give somebody the service that they really truly deserve.
Second
next
So yeah,
question.
they got their notes. They got their notes.
You can't prepare.
Okay.
What is the most horrifying home you've ever walked into?
Horrifying home. That's a very easy one. Honestly, there's probably 10 different homes. I mentioned, this is a question, by the way, another person asked me.
Okay.
So I actually walked into a house one time with clients, and we walk in, and there was literally one of the bedrooms was completely filled with pornography.
Oh my
On
God.
the walls, on the
my
bed,
God.
sex toys everywhere. It was just very, very bizarre. Also, I've been into homes where you walk in, there's just a tremendous stench. There was a couple of dead cats, garbage,
wow.
and leftover food everywhere. It's just disgusting. I feel this went too quick. I asked you guys for 3 questions, but by any chance, do you have a 4th?
We have
Well, we
lots.
have
Okay.
a lot more.
Okay, let's do one more. Normally it's 3 questions. We're gonna do 4.
Okay.
What's your biggest pet peeve about clients?
That's an awesome question. The fact, can I say more than one?
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Number 1, I feel that they don't want to follow any process. They kind of want to do a lot of the times what they want to do. And I understand why, because they have access to information. Going online, you can just find out so many things. There's a lot of applications like House Sigma and Zolo where you can find data that you weren't able to find 3 or 4 years ago. So I kind of understand why a client would want to do what they want to do. But at the same time, a realtor is there to guide you through the process to make it as easy as possible. So you have to follow them. If you're hiring them to be your realtor, you should follow what they're saying, because they're going to try to make this process a little bit easier for you. Second pet peeve is that a lot of buyers do not get pre-approved before starting to search. So they'll call you and they'll say, we want to go look at this house, but they don't know if that house is affordable to them. And nowadays in this hot market, you cannot buy a property, or I shouldn't say you can't, but it's very difficult to buy a property with a financing condition. So we have to make sure that your financing is okay. So when we put in that offer, there's no problems afterwards, right? There's also that stigma, you know what I mean, that realtors are just bad people and liars. And that's definitely not the case, because there's a lot of great realtors. I have a lot of friends of mine that are realtors and they're just phenomenal people. But again, I also am in the business and I see how so many of us are just not professional, and you know what I mean, they paint an image that isn't really true.
But that's what makes you different about, and then when I met you, makes you different about every realtor, because you're very down to earth. You're very like easygoing, and that's the one thing that I think that it got us to engage with you.
Yeah,
right.
It's very nice to hear, just because at the end of the day, you try to be yourself, and I kind of feel like a lot of the times I'm an anomaly in terms of real estate because I'm the complete opposite of what real estate agents are and what they should do.
Yeah.
A lot of realtors are schmoozers and they kiss people's asses and they lie to clients just to kind of get through the door.
Yeah.
And in my particular case, if I do something or if I work with somebody, it's because I want to do it or because I want to work with them, not because I have to, right? So I kind of feel that's what sets me apart, that when I do something, I do it with passion, I do it with love, and I always put in that person's best interest as if it were my own.
Yeah, 100%.
So-
And it goes back to the first question we ask you, right? You know, it's like
How often do I think of Peter?
You know, well, well, you know, would you walk away from a client?
Yes.
Because if you don't feel comfortable, then you know most realtors wouldn't let go of a a deal, right?
Yeah,
And I
they're
think-
always thinking at the end of the day, I need to make this commission.
Right.
Some of them, listen, not everybody's in the position to say no, and I'm not saying that I'm in that position either. I just, at this stage of my life, I'd like to protect my personal space. My sanity is very important to me, and I kind of feel that if I push bad things out, it makes a lot more room for good things to come in.
Absolutely.
That's kind of the mentality. So,
We had a bonus one.
a bonus question, okay.
Well, we heard that you have a very tiny tattoo
Yes,
on your arm.
yes.
We wanted to see all of your tattoos.
No. It's not tiny. I got lots of tattoos, which is kind of strange because a lot of the times people see me as more of a clean cut guy, and then they see me, obviously, you know what I mean, tattoos everywhere, and they kind of like, oh my gosh, like what's going on, right? So,
I think you know what? I think your personality, the fact that you have things like that, I think that's what makes you connect to people on a personal level. So
Yes.
and
it
that's
works
nice
for
to
you.
hear, right? Because we always kind of feel sometimes, you know what I mean? Oh, what about I can't do this and I can't do that? So to hear somebody kind of accept you for who you are, it's also very nice. So I
Right.
appreciate it, guys.
Yeah.
But honestly, thank you so much for taking the time to do this.
Yeah.
I hope it was as fun for you guys as it was for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I got Vin Diesel, Peter over here. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so happy to bring back another episode of Realtor in the Hot Seat. This was a lot of fun. And until next time, guys, thank you so much for tuning in.
Bye.